Okay, so today I'm going to be working on this 2016 Silverado 2500 HD, and I'm working on the third brake light. The first thing to check is going to be the fuse up here. And you're going to be looking for this weird description. In this case, hopefully you can see that it's number 38. It's a CHMSL, which is a cab high mounted stop light. It's number 38. So if you look on here, you can see number 38 is right there. And in this case, you go back down and look at this, and you can see that it's this number 10 or 10 amp, which is number 38. That's the same as that one right there. And I've already looked at this one, and I've checked it, and it is not burnt. So that leads me to, I'm going to go ahead and put this back in there. That leads me to believe that it is, in fact, the bulbs. So another thing I wanted to point out before we get started, I've also did some research, and I found that the seal on the cover back here will leak over time, and they say you can get stains on your headliner. Now, I just bought this truck a while back, used, and I'm looking and I can see some stains right there. So that's something I'm gonna double check whenever I pull that off. This truck was a DOT truck, and it has an antenna. It had an antenna up here, or a light bar or something, and then it's got a little CD antenna in there. But this, I noticed, I'm gonna fix that while I'm in this, but it could have been leaking right there. But these things have been known to leak. Okay, I'm back. I had to go get the Torx bit. In this case, it is a T20 Torx bit, and I always use my little 1/4 inch Milwaukee ratchet. These things are worth their weight in gold. Anyway, so I just put that in there. So I'll pop that off real quick and we'll take a look, and hopefully these bulbs are burned out like I think they are. The two cargo lights were working, so it's that center brake light is what I believe is burnt, and I can already kind of look in there and tell it's dark. Okay, so what I did is I went ahead and just unplugged it so I could get it down where I could work on it a little bit. That plug, this plug right here, just goes into here, and then I had to pull this thing because when this is down in the hole, this one was in the way, so I had to slide this one out and get it off of that piece right there. And then this little booger, I had to twist it to the left and pull it out, and it was pretty tight. I ended up having to use some little needle nose right there. So I pulled that out of there, and I don't really like what I see. It's kind of burnt around the edges, and but the bulb is definitely burnt. And I'm beginning to think that maybe that water that was leaking in up top maybe went in there and shorted that out. It's burn around the edges, but I can see that the terminals in there are still good, and it was nice and tight. So anyway, I'm gonna put a new bulb in. The bulbs are 921, and I bought the long life bulbs. And so what I did is I just plugged the light in, I put some dielectric grease on the bulb where the connectors are, and I actually cleaned the connectors on this a little bit. Anyway, I just took a screwdriver and scraped them up just a little bit. Anyway, I put that bulb in there, connected it up, and then I went around, since I don't have any help with me today, I can actually see it, and I can push the brake on, and I can see that it's working. So I'm now going to go ahead and put that gray silicone on this thing. I'm going to put the bulb in, get the wires hooked back up, and we're going to put this thing back together. But this bulb, it goes in really tight. You'd be surprised. I'm going to go ahead and unhook this again just because it's a little easier to... This one here, you just push this little tab in and then you can unhook this whole thing right here, but this has to go in like that, and then you got to turn it to the right, and it's really stiff. And then this little thing, it plugs back in over here and it slides down, and then that little tab locks it in, and then these wires just tuck back in there. That's the way they were. So I'm going to end up putting a little bit of silicone on this. I will get a hand screw bit and I will finish torquing those down. And again, I'm going to come back and do something with this, but you guys won't have to worry about that. But that's it. I did notice that this thing, when I was looking at it, it does have a little crack in it. And I kind of wished I would have put a little silicone on the front of that, or on the inside of that. But anyway, if I have any more troubles with it, I'm just going to buy a new one and replace it. But we'll see if I can get by. Anyway, well, thanks for watching.